Hello guys and welcome for another Aeternum video. Today I will show you what you should do as a daily routine when it comes to the endgame activities. You will see what are the most efficient ways to make good amount of coin as well as getting some necessary materials needed for crafting and progressing your gear. For each of the activities I will also provide an estimated time needed to complete them so you can plan ahead and get the most value. Before going any further, I just want to remind you that subscribing to the channel would not cost you any time or gold as it's still free. This way you are helping the community to grow even bigger and more people to be able to see the videos, for which I can only say thank you. The first thing you should do after logging onto the island is to check the marketplace. Believe it or not, this is probably the biggest coin saver or the biggest coin maker depending on your knowledge and luck. Of course, on day 1 and 2, you will not be able to find the perfect pieces of gear on the trading post, but after a couple of days, you will manage to find amazing deals for cheap price. If you are aware of the meta perks and the builds, it won't be hard for you to notice undervalued gear pieces for which you can either make some profit or use them for your own progression. This daily routine should not cost you more than 5 to 10 minutes on each check on the market, and you should do it every now and then. The second quite basic but also really profitable routine would be to do your daily cooldowns whenever the Fort of Weaver's Fen is under the control of your faction. This way you can guarantee an additional material to your craft, as you will have the 10% yield bonus on refining. Another cool thing which you should also do is to gather up materials, and whenever you see the opportunity to utilize the bonus of that fort, to process all of them at once. This would take you around 1 to 2 minutes if the fort is already captured by your faction, and if it's not, you might try to capture it yourself, which will result in additional 10 minutes. The next and in my opinion most important daily task will be the 3 faction missions, which will reward you the 10 times of the amount of coin as a reward. My personal favorite place to do those missions is Elysian Wilds territory, as there you will find the best value as the quests are rather simple and quick. Try to avoid expedition missions in case you don't have too much time, as for them you will need a whole group, and even the normal runs on it would require more than 10 minutes. The basic 3 faction quests can be done really quickly for around 5 minutes, and even if you get unlucky by not getting those quests, you can still wait for the reroll and it will take you around 10 minutes. Another quick daily task for gold will be to obtain the 2 bags of coins. There are 2 ways to do that, so you can decide for yourself how you want to approach this. The first option is to find on the map of Elysian Wilds those cool icons. They represent small named bosses which are not so hard to kill as a solo player. When you slay them, you will get a bag which will contain 250 gold. The second way is to close a major corrupted portal, and it doesn't really matter the level of the portal as long as it's a major one. I personally like to do them in Murkgard because this way I can combine the elite chests run there together with the portals. Not only that, but also the portals in Murkgard will provide you with some extra coin from the small pouches that you see on your screen. Something worth noting here is that the bags of coin can only be obtained twice per day for a total of 500 gold. This means that if you already closed 6 major corrupted portals today, you can save your remaining 4 boxes for the day after. The time for this activity might vary depending on the way you approach it, but on average it should take you between 5 and 20 minutes. Going over the next method and daily routine of mine are of course the acid chests in Brimstone Sands. This is a quick solo run on which you can get few golden scarabs in no time. It consists of 3 separate locations on the map of Brimstone Sands, and it would take you only around 10 minutes to clear them all. In the early days of the fresh start servers, this will be a must-do daily task, as the scarabs will be much needed in all kinds of crafting recipes for the best gear out there. The next daily task, which you can implement for even more scarabs and resources, are the chest runs across the map. This might take you quite some time, especially if you go for all around the world runs, which are visiting all of the elite areas of Aeternum. I personally restrict myself only to do the chest runs, which can benefit me golden scarabs. This means that I'm going for the Brimstone Sands ones, which are the Westwoe, Castrum, Heliopolis, combined with Solarium Keperi. Another place on the map where the elite chests can provide you golden scarabs are the two elite runs in Elysium Wilds, also known as Tribunal and Isle of Zurvan. If you aim only at these elite chest runs and the groups are organized well, for them you would not take more than 40 to 60 minutes. So far we had mostly PvE activities in the game, but after the release of the free-for-all zone in Cutlass Keys, we will have to give a bit more attention to the PvP daily and weekly activities. As you probably already know, Golden Cursed Coconut is a must-obtain item on a weekly basis, as it will give you the chance to upgrade your artifacts to 725 gear score. You can also use the coconut in combination with Mystic Doubloons, which will be the PvP currency from the free-for-all territory, in order to obtain a random 725 gear score item. However, I would not suggest you to do that at least in the first couple of weeks or even a month. There is one really interesting box that probably some people didn't even notice, and this is the Golden Cursed Epic Crate that can be opened 3 times a day, and it has a chance to provide you with some gear or crafting materials. The interesting part is that the gear according to New World database is divided in 3 different sets. The first one is called Golden Cursed set, and it's a tier 3 set with 650 gear score. The second one is also called Golden Cursed set, but this time it's a tier 5 with 705 gear score, and for the most lucky ones out there, the Apex set, which is also tier 5, will net you a gear score 725. Now, I know that the items are completely random as well as their perks, but spending just 35 doubloon tokens for a chest for a total of 105 coins per day is quite a nice lottery ticket. This box and couple of other nice things which you can buy from the new PvP vendor are the reason why you should try to invest a bit of time in the free-for-all island and farm as much as you can of those doubloons. Once a week, however, you must go on 100%, as there is a chest which will net you 500 doubloons and you don't want to miss that, plus the already mentioned Golden Cursed Coconut. It will be hard to estimate a time for this activity, as it might take you quite some time if you encounter other players, which definitely will happen in the first couple of weeks. From here on, it all depends on your free time. There are other good ways to obtain gear and to gain fortune by going into M2 or M3 runs, as well as the previous OPR spam, which can be a decent income. However, not everyone has too much time to spare, and this is the main reason why I'm not mentioning those activities. We should also not skip the fact that there is a new weekly raid, and it's extremely important for the progression of your equipment to 725 gear score, as well as the previous 20-man challenge which we had with the worm. But again, this is only if you have some extra time or during your weekends. So that's it, guys. I believe that those are the most important daily activities which should not take you more than 2 hours per day, and you will benefit the most for the time spent. If you want to know what you should do after those 2 hours per day and how to get rich and well geared quickly, make sure to join my Discord community channel and also subscribe to the channel for other guides like this one. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the next one.